Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. Today we're gonna run a tier 3 map and it's gonna be the Grotto. The area will be inhabited by demons. They have 20% increased area of effect. They move, attack and cast faster and they poison on hit. So this is gonna be it's gonna be fun. So let's see. My original plan was actually to look for the ghetto, but I just can't find the map.
Trapped in absolute darkness,
it
despair, panic, terror.
Okay. He's not actually saying anything in chat. That's interesting. So, caverns. For some reason I'm now expecting a very large white bear to be the end boss of this level. Very strong association. Or would it be something along the lines of the drop bear, Kuru? Okay, so that went up to the side, this went off to the side. We're just gonna stick with this. See where it ends. That is a path, so I'm gonna go up. Just trying to find an edge of the map, so we at least have something to follow. Because randomly going off somewhere usually leads to backtracking, and especially in a layout like this, I'm expecting backtracking. Just hope there's not gonna be too much of it. So, they shouldn't have teleported. They should have teleported away. No, closer. Okay, you are the boss. And now they're all dead. That's the fun thing. Oftentimes it doesn't really matter what the monsters are. They're just gonna die anyway. Especially mobs like this that just hit hard. They just got dragged in. That was funny. Here they shoot a lot, and as a result the tower explodes a lot, doing a lot of damage. Shoulder sword. Just leapfrogging totems at this point. Trying to stay a little bit off to the side, so I'm not directly in the line of fire here. We're just slowly pushing forward. Oh, yeah, have a shockwave. Shockwave is still pretty darn good at drawing their attention. Apparently you didn't get drawn in, so you're just gonna get exploded. Gonna go left here. That might be a dead end. Oh, have to make sure it's not gonna be my dead end. Okay, some even wretches. Yeah, that one ran back into the righteous fire. That wasn't a good move. Have a totem. And we finally found ourselves a dead end. So this might very well be the left side of the map. Now at least we know. Oh, I always want to have a point of reference. Then you can just kind of trace the outsides of the map. Oh, this implies Chaos Golem. Or is this something along the lines of Hammer Mash? Void Anomaly. Yeah, this is the previous boss of the quarry. It now has more space to move around. Also, boatloads of chaos damage. Not a fan. Really, I'm not a fan. Luckily, it's not really a fan of fire damage either. So, no. That's a good match. I don't like his damage, it doesn't like my damage. Got ourselves another Grotto, so it was a self-replenishing map run. And we're full on items, so let's empty our pockets. And realize you can just sell stuff to Zana over here, just to condense things a little bit. That way you only have to keep the things that are interesting. Dual wielding. See, most of the time I only pay attention to the actual base items. No, I'm not a trader, so I don't evaluate things for their absolute worth. I only evaluate them for basically how good they're going to be for the current build. And that means if there's a mismatch in base stats or things like that, 9 times out of 10, items just gonna get sold. Void Scepter, we already have a 70, this is a 71, good. So this is 40% elemental damage, that's the highest tier that you can get for this. Hello, Ghosty. Here, die. Come on, die. Yes. So I'm trying to look for some decent scepter bases, so that once I got a +2 fire skills essence, then we can try to craft something useful with it. Nope. It's irritating. I enjoyed the light show, but really, shouldn't have. Okay, more than 50 remains, so we just keep tracing the outlines of the map. Again, no, don't want to get caught here. And we lost a golem, but that's not good. That's just not good. Mask. Okay, seems to be linked. Let's just double check this is not a dead end. Indeed, it is a dead end. Ew. Brought you to your dead end. And once again, full pockets. And we keep that one, sell this. Well, it's not terribly efficient in terms of portal use, because you could get more items through a portal, but most of the time I only use 2 or 3 portals anyway. So then it's okay. And this just optimizes for speed rather than for efficiency. Additional item, +1 level, random curse. Okay. Ooh. I don't think I want to be there anymore. There. Probably was not the smartest move to stand in the middle of everything while opening the strongbox. Oh, I got totems for that. Maybe I should leave the totems to do their totemy job. And again, I just can't help myself. Rapid decay, leveling up. I finally did equip the new shield. So ton of armor and some life on it, but I crafted this with the +37 dex via an essence. Specifically for the dex, and everything else was just a really nice bonus. But our dex is now over 100, which means we can keep leveling rapid decay and get a nice more damage multiplier out of that one. Oh, side room that we skipped. And a level. Kill these and then we're gonna spend points. So we're drowning in Void Scepters right now. That's good to see. 5% more life, that pushes us over the 4000. Also, we had a rare Void Scepter. Curious to see what it does. 8 to 13 fire damage. That's the only relevant mod for us. Yeah. It's these essences with guaranteed mods are pretty darn useful if you want specific mods on specific items, because you can at least force one thing. All we need to do is find more essences. As we're not really seeing a lot of them on this map. That seems to be a bit of a hit and miss in terms of seeing essences or not. Sometimes you don't find any, sometimes you find 2 or 3 in a map. This one seems to be leaning towards the no essences side of things. On the other hand, we might still uncover a room that has essences. You never quite know until you explore the entire room, or the entire map, that is. And no monsters remaining. That's rather unfortunate. But there's a dead end room there. What's in there? Or is it really just... Yeah, this is just. And that's it. So that was a rather quick run for the grotto. We got another grotto. But that, yeah. It's kind of it. That's well, contrasting my current run with the Lacerator. There it felt like I was clearing maps and finding the next one and the next one and the next one at a pretty rapid pace. I never really had the feeling like I was hunting for specific maps. Not until I got to like the tier 5 maps. And here, I ran the arcade twice. I didn't get a single ghetto. I actually ran out of arcades in the process. So that's why we ended up running the grotto now. And then we have, well, dungeon, Herald Lake, the villa attached, but we don't have any of those yet either. Nor is Zana actually speaking with us, which is also slightly annoying. So the maps part of Essence League is off to a bit of a wonky start. And yeah, it feels like I'm a bit stuck in a loop here. So we got 2 deserts, we got some oases, and we got another grotto. Oasis we have already done, but it will allow us to find an Herald Lake once that one drops. Over here though, the arcade, we still need to actually get ourselves an arcade before we can start looking for the ghetto. So might be that we're starting that we run the maps not neatly in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 incremental order, but then I'm just gonna run the maps as I find them, and hopefully I can get started on this branch soonish as well. If my bad luck persists, I might even just start running stuff on the left side of the map as well, in order to see that we just at least run some unique maps with this one, or some new maps. Not unique, because that's specifically a different thing. But for now, that's gonna be it. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again next time in, well, it's gonna be a map, but I'm not entirely sure yet which one it is. Yeah, let's hope I'll get lucky finding one soon. Bye bye.